Woo! And what you gonna do? Oh yeah! Now!
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
Hey yo!
I will give you a show like you have never, ever seen before. Why? Because I can.
The best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be.
Rob Van Dam.
Give me a hell yeah!
Oh! Viva la raza!
Hello everyone, welcome, and today I'm taking a look at the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. I was not intending to buy this figure, I really wasn't, and then Target had a big sale. I was really close to that free shipping mark, and he was $11. I needed 10. I pulled the trigger, and I mean, he's not a bad figure at all. And of course, you know, Hasbro, take notes. Mattel knows how to do sunglasses. This is, of course, when Hulk Hogan came into WCW. Suddenly, Jimmy Hart's his manager. I was confused. Now, I'd been a long time wrestling fan at that point. I knew this was predetermined. Is that a good way to say it? But still, Jimmy Hart coming out with Hogan and dressed in Hogan flair like this was very confusing to me, because this was not what Jimmy Hart did. I didn't yell at it or say anything mean about it. I just thought it was weird, because when did Jimmy Hart become a good guy? He was always the bad guy. I think he should have went, hey baby, come on, and I'll join you up with a, me, and we'll wrestle Hogan. You can wrestle Hogan, baby. Yeah. I don't do a good Jimmy Hart impression at all. The glasses, of course, come off. Ta-da. See, that's what I'm saying, you know. Multiple times with removable items, Hasbro has screwed it up. And, you know, why do we yell at Hasbro? Because we know it's possible. I mean, the wrestling toy line has proven to us that, you know, removable glasses is very possible and can be done very well. And minus my one incident with the Bret Hart back there, I've never had an issue. Not one. I've had multiple issues with Hasbro. And, you know, you can say, oh, well, you can fix it. Yeah, but I shouldn't have to routinely fix Hasbro's mess-ups, okay? This is what I'm saying. These are the things I'm getting at. And if I feel like I'm constantly having to fix Hasbro's mess-ups, why don't they just produce it better? Mattel can, at a lower cost. So don't tell me it's not possible. I mean, this at essence, wrestling is their Marvel Legends. And it's a big, robust line that continues to grow, and people still buy into it. And they have improvements. For instance, I mean, okay, is he? Oh my God, pinless. Is he pinless? I can't tell. Okay, so Jimmy Hart is not pinless on the legs, but can you see the pins? Yeah, it's really freaking hard. I believe he is pinless in the arms. Yeah, I mean, they made Jimmy Hart pinless. Jimmy fucking Hart. I mean, they practically have no pins anymore. I mean, there's one or two come out with pinned arms. 9 times out of 10, the legs are covered. They're covered by knee pads or something. I can see why. I mean, let's just say for the sake of argument, pin legs are cheaper. I can see why they might want to stick to that for a little while longer. Keep the cost down. If that's the case. I keep hearing, though, pinless is not any more expensive. So I don't know what the argument is. But, I mean, Hasbro announced 3-4 years ago that they were going pinless, and they're still got pins. Mattel never made an announcement, and they've practically done away with pins. I mean, it's really hard to find a figure now that has pins. In the arms, at least. Legs, yeah. But you know what? Half the time, you gotta look. Because they cover those pins real well. So again, I mean, you know, I don't get it. I don't. I freely admit it, I don't. But I like this figure, but I'm going to be straight up about it. He's not going on the shelf. I mean, I really got this on a whim, and I'll get some use out of him. But, you know, he's not one for the shelf. He's one to use in certain videos and stuff. But, you know, again, I do have a bunch of wrestling figures over that way in a box that I use in some videos sometimes just for fun. So that's where he'll be. Anyway, I did want to look at him and show him to you and just talk about the fact he has fucking pinless arms. Jimmy Hart. It's pinless fucking arms. That is so hilarious to me when you have so many pins still in Marvel Legends. Wow. Okay. Ooh, boy. Eat your heart out, Rick Springfield. 'Cause she's my girl and she always will be the only girl for me. No rock and roll singer gonna take her away from me. Now listen up, baby, you ain't taking her away from me. I could not help that. And if you've never heard that song, go listen. That is a hilarious freaking song. One of the funniest out there. So, alright, that's gonna be me. I'm gonna wrap this up because this got silly really fast. But here he is, Jimmy Hart. I mean, he's got a lot of paint on him, man. Look at that. That's some paint. I mean, they really went to town. So, you know, oops, that was me. I knocked his glasses off, man. But, I mean, this guy is not going to fly off the shelves. It's Jimmy freaking Hart. I don't hate Jimmy Hart, but I'm just being honest. Not many people are going to care about Jimmy Hart in this day and age. And I was right. He went to clearance. But here he is in all his McDonald's glory. I mean, not only did they make him, I mean, I guess that's the whole point. Is Mattel gets the audience. Hasbro doesn't. Mattel gets that there's enough of a fan base for this guy. You can add him to a wave. You're there. And they make enough to warrant it. So, I mean, why doesn't Hasbro get this? I don't know. I am confused. But anyway, I like the figure overall. I think he's pretty cool. So, you know, I'm going to keep him around in the box that I use. But I really wanted to look him over and just kind of show him and add him to the collection. He ain't on the shelf, but that doesn't mean I don't like him. Okay, thank you for watching Wrestling Saturday Nights. I'm not going over articulation. You guys know what it is. It's a typical wrestling figure. But that's how it is. Thank you for watching and take care.